Welcome to Raj Online Trainings. In the series of full stack Java projects, we are in the project Employee Management System, and this project is developed using Spring Boot and Angular. In the last videos, we have seen how to create a Spring Boot project. We have created Employee Management System Spring Boot project, and we have created the entity class employee, and even we have created one REST API which is going to connect to employees table and returns all the records of the employee table. That REST API we have created, and we have tested that API using Postman tool. Today let us enter into the front end part. Let us see the front end part, that is Angular. So in order to work with Angular, we require the first thing we need to install Node.js. We need to install what? Node.js. This Node.js is used to create and run Angular applications. In order to create Angular projects and to run Angular projects, we require Node.js. And we require a text editor. In our case, we are going to make use of a text editor, Visual Studio Code. We are going to make use of Visual Studio Code. There. Then the next thing, we need to install Angular CLI. We need to install Angular CLI. So these things we are going to see in today's video. And we are going to create one Angular project, and we will see whether that project is running. That's the part in this video. So let us initially go with Node.js. So in order to go with Node.js, can go with the URL nodejs.org. Can make use of this URL nodejs.org. Here you can find the download button. Just click on this download. Then it's going to download the software. Once the software is downloaded, run this application. Just run this application. Click on next button. Accept the license agreement. Click on next button. Then it's going to choose a directory to install the Node.js. By default, it goes with the C drive program files, Node.js. If you want to install in other location, just click on change to change the location. Just click on next button. Again, next button, and click on install. That's it. Click on yes. There. So what is the main use of Node.js? To create and run Angular projects. So here Node.js has been successfully installed. Just click on finish to close the installation. Then the next thing what you require is Visual Studio Code, a text editor where we write our code. So we go with the Visual Studio Code. You can just go to the website code.visualstudio.com, download. You can make use of this URL to download Visual Studio Code, code.visualstudio.com, download. In this page, if you open this page, you can able to download this Visual Studio Code for Windows, Linux, Mac OS. So in our case, I'm going with Windows. Based on your operating system, you can download and install. See, once the download is completed, just we have to run this application. I'm just cancelling. Already I have done this part. So already in our system, we are having Visual Studio Code. So it's simple installation, next, finish. And once the installation is completed, you can find Visual Studio Code shortcut icon on our desktop. The next thing what we require is Angular CLI. So to go with Angular CLI, open this website angular.io CLI. Here you can find how to install Angular CLI. So in order to work with Angular, we need to install Angular software on our system. So to install Angular software, we need to open command prompt or terminal. In the case of Windows, command prompt. In the case of Linux or Mac, we say terminal, and just we need to use this command npm install -g @angular CLI @17. The version number is 17 here. So what is this -g indicates is to install globally. So if we install globally, we can work with Angular in any folder. Now, let us install Angular CLI now. Open command prompt. Open command prompt, and we can even check the version of node also here. So you can check here node -v. So the version of node is C 20 version. We can even check the version of npm -v. See, for npm means node package manager. By using this npm command only, we install Angular. See here the command you can see it, see npm. So when we install Node.js, it's going to install even this npm command. Now by using this npm command only, we install Angular. So how to install Angular is by using this command npm install -g to install globally, so that we can work in any folder @Angular CLI @17. The version what we are using is 17 @17. Press enter key. So it's going to install Angular CLI software. CLI means command line interface. Here it has installed Angular CLI in our system. Then to check the version of Angular, use the command ng version. When we use the command ng version, it's going to give the version of Angular CLI, that is 17 version to us. Right? So ng means Angular. The meaning of ng means Angular command only. From this Angular word, they have taken these two characters, ng characters. From this Angular word, they have taken these two characters ng to make the commands, to form the commands. Now, so we have done with the installation part. Now let us create a Angular project. So to create Angular project, in our command prompt, let us create one folder md. Md means make directory, employee frontend. Just I'm going with some folder employee frontend, cd employee frontend. Then in this employee frontend, let us create one Angular project. How to create Angular project is like this: ng new. I'm going with the project name frontend employee management. I'm giving the project name as what? See, frontend employee management. And ng is the command to create a new Angular project. And after this, just to say here -no standalone. No standalone. Once we use this command -no standalone, say it's asking which style sheet format we want to use. So just press enter key. We want to go with CSS. And would you like to enable server-side rendering? Say type Y and press enter key. See, the main need of going with this -no standalone is it's going to create this file to us, app.module.ts file. So this file is important for us. So where we are going to add the modules required for our project, like forms module, HTTP client module. So here only we'll be adding. So in order to generate this app.module.ts file, we have used the command -no standalone. Now, once the project is created, open this project, cd frontend employee management. Now we need to run the project. In order to run the project, just to use the command ngserv. Once we use the command ngserv, it's going to compile our project. And once the compilation is successful, we need to open browser and we need to type this URL, http://localhost 4200. Angular application will be running in a live server, running in this localhost 4200. Now open browser and type this URL. You can type the URL http://localhost 4200. See here, you are getting see the message, hello front-end employee management system. So if you are getting this message on our browser, that means our installation is successful. We have created the project successfully. Now let me elaborate who is taking care of displaying this content on our browser. So for that, let us terminate this compilation. To terminate this compilation, press Ctrl C. Then it's going to show the prompt back to us. Now let us open this project folder in Visual Studio Code. So to open this project folder in Visual Studio Code, we have to just use the command code dot. So dot means current directory, that is front-end employee management. This folder will get opened in Visual Studio Code. Now, just to close the welcome screen. So whenever you make a request to Angular project, localhost 4200, it will come to this folder, front-end employee management. Under src, it's going to see the file index.html. In index.html, using this element app root, it is going to load the app component. App is the root component for Angular. App component is the root component. So you can see the folder, see app. If you expand app, you can see the file app.component.ts file. See the selector to load this app component is app root. So by using this element app root, it enters into this app component. By seeing this app root, it's going to load this class app component. Now for this app component, the presentation is done by using app.component.html. The presentation is done using what? app.component.html. So if you open this app.component.html, this content is getting displayed on our browser. Now to prove that, let me delete this complete code and just will say h3 welcome to employee management system. Just we are typing this content, and once we save this, come back to prompt, compile our application ngser. Once the build is successful, reload this page, localhost 4200. See, we are getting the content. Welcome to employee management system. Now, the styling part, the styling of this app component is done using app.component.css file. Go to this app.component.css file, which is empty. Now we can provide the styles. Like for h3 element, we'll say text align center, color, I'll say some red color. Now see, we are getting the center aligned and it is red color. Right. So the styling part is done by using what? app.component.css file. Now, let us go with the Bootstrap here. Now I want to provide the styles by using Bootstrap. We want to provide the styles by using Bootstrap. So in order to go with the Bootstrap, we have to use the command npm install Bootstrap. So in order to include Bootstrap in our project, we have to use what command? npm install Bootstrap. Then Bootstrap will get included. Now to use Bootstrap, what we need to do is just to go to your Google, then search here Bootstrap CDN. Just search for what? Bootstrap CDN. Open this link, Bootstrap CDN. Then here you can find under CSS. Just if you expand this, here you can find see the HTML code here. This one. Just we need to copy this. To copy, just to click in this box. Just to click on this box. The code will get copied. Come to your Visual Studio Code. In index.html file, here in between head section, we have to paste here. In between head section, just the content what you copied, the Bootstrap CDN, we have to paste over here. See here, link rel style sheet href. This is our Bootstrap CDN referring to this file, bootstrap min.css. So what is Bootstrap? It's a simple CSS library. Now, once we include this Bootstrap, then now we can make use of Bootstrap classes here. We can make use of what? Bootstrap classes. So here how to use Bootstrap classes is, here you can say h3 class equal to text center. It's a It's a style for us, text center. Now see, if you build our application ngServe, once it is built, if you reload our page, employee management, see here, it's coming in see center aligned. Now if I want to go with some color, so you can go with the color like text primary. We are going with the color like text primary. So when we use this color like text primary, it will be primary color like this. It will be in blue color. If you are saying like text info, these are all Bootstrap classes here. Then see, where this is the information color. If you say text danger, it will come in danger color, that is red color. So these classes, whatever we are using, these are our Bootstrap classes. So in our case, the employee management front end, we are going to develop using Bootstrap classes. When we use Bootstrap, the look and feel will be much more good for us, right? So that's the introduction part of Angular, the front end part. So in order to work with Angular, we require Node.js, then a text editor like Visual Studio Code. And by using Node.js, by using npm command, we install Angular CLI. Then we have created Angular project and we have seen how that project is working, the workflow of Angular project. That's about in this video. So in the next video, we are going to invoke the REST API what we have created. In the last video, we have created REST API to get the employee records. That API we are going to invoke from our Angular, and the records whatever we are having, that records we are going to display onto the browser using Angular. That we are going to see in the next video. Please subscribe, like and share. Thank you.